welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name is Celeste and I'm a high school counselor, and this is Lacey and she's a teacher. And today we are filming a hot topic video, just asking each other some uncomfy questions.
Yeah, and you guys know, if you're a longtime viewer, we focus on counseling and teaching, but the school year is over and we are just in best friend mode, and we're actually having a sleepover at our big age. Matching pajamas.
Right?
And
gotta do it right.
We decided, instead of just focusing on the same content, we are going to do a little spicy video and ask each other some uncomfortable questions. Of course, we're best friends, so we talk about all these things all the time.
Yeah.
But we've never shared these things publicly. So, of course, we have already checked over all the questions. I'm not going to blindside her. She's not blindsiding me. We are not going to break up our friendship over a video. But definitely stay tuned, because this is very different than anything we've ever done. So we are going to go back and forth. I'll ask her something. She'll ask me something.
Okay, so I am going to ask you my question first. So teachers often switch schools. Do you think you'll stay at your school long term?
No, ma'am. The short explanation is, me and my husband do plan on starting a family, like, really soon. And we actually are outliers. Like, we live in a different county than everyone else. And it's not far. Like, it took me 10 minutes to get to your house.
Right.
But it will be easier to work and live in the same county as family, because they can help take care of, our future kids. So that's my main reason. But as I said in my Q&A, my year was really good and my kids were really good. All my frustrations this year, which there were many we spoke about,
absolutely,
they had nothing to do with the kids. So you can kind of use inference there. I feel like teaching is a very thankless job already. And this year, I feel like there was just so many nitpicky things. So I definitely felt the need for a change, even without me and my husband starting a family. So I will not stay long term because of those two reasons. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, so your first uncomfortable question is actually about me, because I guess I'm self-centered. What is my worst quality or something that is annoying about me?
You don't have a worst quality, Lacey.
You guys,
like, you don't. She don't. She's
I'm
like
never
a
annoying.
great friend. No. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I got one.
oh.
So one thing that is annoying is when I tell you that I am talking to someone, you don't say anything. You just look at me.
I guess I'm protective, and I feel like I gotta.
That's what I think.
Vet them first.
Yeah,
I probably react how her older brother reacts. So
absolutely.
I'm just protective. So I just, like, before I'm excited, I need to see how he treats you. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, I do that. I'm just like, oh.
Literally, I'll be like, okay, Lacey, I'm talking to such and such, and blah blah blah, and you just be like,
I just nod like this. Oh.
You be like, oh.
Yeah. I'm protective. I'm
like,
sorry. 8 years of friendship, I just can't help it. It's just second nature, but I understand. I'm gonna work on that just for you.
So I have to ask you, Lacey, when is the last time I made you upset?
Upset. Okay. We've never had a fight, so that's why she didn't say mad, because we've never really been mad at each other.
Right.
This kind of goes along with what you just said with talking to someone. I feel like sometimes I'm like protective over you, and sometimes I feel like things will happen that I don't like. That, not that you do, that they do.
Right.
And I feel like you're so nice, and you maybe will accept it or take it, and I just be wanting to grab you by your shirt. So when is the last time? Well, the last time you were talking to someone, I just wasn't the biggest fan, and I kept my mouth shut. She's probably gonna mention that later. Sometimes it's better to do that than to say something you regret, and it's not worth our friendship being ruined. So
you're right.
I did feel a little upset, but not necessarily at you, at the situation. Yeah. So that actually leads me to my next question. What is a red flag that you ignored while dating someone or talking to someone?
And I think I do this often. Like, I try to, especially at the beginning, it's feeling new, I try to, like, make excuses for a person. And so when a person isn't giving me the time that I deserve, I will make an excuse and be like, oh, okay, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, and, like, just ignore it totally. And so I think that's one of the biggest red flags that I've, like, experienced or whatever.
Ignored. Yeah. So like not spending time with you, not making time.
Yeah. Okay. If you could change one thing in your life, what would it be?
This is not really a juicy answer, but I definitely wish that I was closer to my nieces and nephews.
Oh, yeah.
Because I definitely don't want to move back to Atlanta or anything. Like, I'm happy here, but I was a very, very present auntie. Like, I would see my nieces and nephews every single week.
Yeah.
My siblings could vouch for that, and it's been really hard.
I know.
To not see them because I saw them all the time. I see pictures all the time, but it's not the same. So I wish that they were closer or I lived closer or something. Like I wish I lived here but still had everything I liked from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely my not so spicy answer. That's just the truth. It's just the truth.
That's so sweet.
So my answer was all sweet and stuff, but my next question is, have you ever lied to me? Like maybe about where you were, or if I ask you a question and the answer is yes and you just say no?
Absolutely not.
Really?
You have my location. You know where I'm at.
Actually, that's another follow-up question. Only I share mine. You stopped sharing yours. What happened to you?
That was not intentional.
Okay. Anyway.
But anywho, no. Why would I lie to you? Like
I don't know. I don't know. I thought you were gonna say yeah, you had.
No.
Because like I said, I'm be protective. So maybe if you with a little boy, I don't like.
Well, if I'm with somebody, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm with A, B, and C. My next question for you, Lacey. What's something traumatic that has happened to you that still impacts you today?
Okay, talking about trauma.
Yes, okay. Trauma.
I probably won't get too specific. I've had some issues with like communication. Like I feel like I'm very much different from my parents and we struggle to communicate well, and it's made me really value family time, being down here and being with my husband and his family and how close they are, because I'm just not used to that. And my siblings and I are close. We had a great childhood. I'm not saying anything about that, but as an adult, I've found it really hard to maintain close relationships with family, because it just takes a lot more effort. Like when you're a kid, you don't really know about real life. Real life hasn't happened yet, but now that real life has happened and I'm married and I moved away, I struggle with family stuff. And all these family issues actually kind of started before I moved. It's been going on for a while, and I moved and I'm away from it. But of course I always have that guilt, like, oh, I wish I could repair my relationship with so-and-so. And again, being with such a close family and living here and being with my husband's family all the time, it shows me what could be. So it kind of makes me feel a little guilty. So I'm not going to get into specifics, but family is tough. Family is very tough.
It is.
As you get older, it gets even tougher. So
absolutely.
That's the best I can do for trauma. And that's on trauma. All right, so my next question for you is, have you been in love within the past year? And I know you're single right now, but you have dated people within the past years. So do you feel like you were in love with anyone you have dated recently?
Okay, so this is a very uncomfortable question.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm in the hot seat right now.
It's just yes or no, though.
So, have I loved someone within the last year? Yes. Have I been in love with someone within the last year? A person who I dated? No.
Know the difference.
There is a difference,
and
that's very important to know. And the older you get, the more people you date, or just in general, you'll know the difference. So if you don't know the difference right now, that's okay. But yes, I have loved someone in the past year. Things did not work out for us. We just weren't right for each other, if that makes sense. Were we in love? No. And
yeah.
All right, so that's that on love and being in love and all of that. So if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Okay. Has being married impacted your relationship with your parents? And you was just talking about that a little bit. So this question kind of goes hand in hand with what you answered not too long ago. So
I feel like it's kind of old-fashioned, but it's still important to kind of have your parents' blessing and for them to enjoy your partner, spend time with your partner. And it just wasn't reality for me. And I still chose to marry him, obviously. And when you choose to go your own way, then you're really going your own way. And I'm lucky that I have supportive family down here, my husband's family. because it's definitely was tough. Like it's definitely takes a mental toll to realize like I really have to choose either my partner or family. That's a really hard decision. But I'm happily married. I don't regret it. I feel like I did what was right for me, and that's all I can do. I can't do what's right for someone else. So yeah, it definitely impacted my relationship with my parents, being married / just dating him in general, because you know that it's been years and years and years of some disagreements behind the scenes. So yeah, that's all I got.
That's it.
Yeah. Speaking of family, this question she gave me she gave me permission. She gave me permission, and it is a yes or no question. But once I say it, your jaws are going to drop. So Preston is about to be 4 next week, literally.
He is.
And you were with his dad for about 2.5 years, almost 3.
While Preston was born in.
Yes. So they were together for a while. Life happened. They went 2 separate ways. But do you think you will ever get back together with his dad and, and ever date him again?
Okay. So the place that Preston and Dad are in right now, we are currently co-parenting, and we had to figure out how to co-parent and how that would look for us, how that looks for Preston. And I will say, if you're out there trying to figure out co-parenting, the healthiest way to do co-parenting is to focus only on the child. And so that's what we've just been trying to maneuver and figure out. Co-parenting within itself, it can be challenging only if you make it. Okay, so the place that we're in right now is figuring out co-parenting, because Preston is getting older. He's about to start pre-K, and Preston is asking, for his dad. He's asking to see his dad, and he's asking just different things, and he's actually with this dad right now. And so us trying to figure out co-parenting is our only focus right now. And so with that being said, right now the answer is no, because our focus is Preston. And so that's it. Okay.
All right. What is my last question? Guys, we did not know we were going to make it to the end of this video.
Baby, this video has been...
We've been filming for 30 minutes, and I know this video is not 30 minutes because we cut out half of it. So we really didn't know we would make it.
Thank you for making it this far if you're still watching.
Yes, I'm sure they are, because they never see this side of us.
Right.
We're showing out tonight. So what is my last question?
Your last question is, what is the ick about your husband? And not too much on my cousin, because this is my cousin.
Which one should I share on the internet? Which one? Yeah, he doesn't watch our videos, so I could say anything.
Oh, watch this one.
No, I'm just kidding. The only thing is, he's definitely not messy necessarily, but like last night he was hanging out with the boys. He got home kind of late, so of course he just threw his shirt on the ground and went to bed, and that's fine. But does he pick it up the next day? Oh no, his shoes were left in the middle of the floor.
That's what you're there for.
And it's just little things like that. And that's not even major. Like, I hate to call it an ick, but he always knows, because I'm going to make it a big deal now. You know me. I'm like, so that's my only ick, because it's just little piles around the house, including like drinks and stuff. He'll open 5 different water bottles and drink half of them and put them back in the fridge. And I'm just like, why? Why? Just finish. So just like little tiny messes.
Yeah.
He's definitely not messy or like anything like that, but just little things like that. And I'm always like, you can tell my husband was there, because he has a little pile following him. So that's the only thing.
I think that's just me.
Yeah, that's just me. They don't think like, oh, I'm going to bed, let me just throw my clothes on the ground.
Yeah.
And I always hang up my clothes before I go to bed.
And see, I think that's why I'm so hard on Preston. Like, I try to teach him, like, even about the bathroom stuff. I try to make sure he knows about the seat and wiping the seat and picking up his trash, putting up the toys, like organizing. I try to teach him that stuff, and I'm sure once he's married one day, he'll forget all that stuff and do the same thing.
It's a typical, like, it's normal. It's normal. But as someone who likes a clean house, sometimes it's a little bit of an ick. That's all I can think of. You know? Not too much on your cousin, not too much on my man. All right, so my last question for you is, who is your celebrity hall pass? Okay, so sorry to my future husband out there. If you're watching, future husband, I love you. Okay, future husband. But celebrity hall pass would be Idris Elba.
because oh my goodness, that's just a man's man. He looks like he just smells so good. Like he looks like he is just, I don't know, he just has this confidence about him that is just, I don't know, you can just see it straight through any screen.
And he stays out the way, like he's not in drama or anything we hear about.
And his wife, girlfriend, whatever, I don't know if they're married or not, but she's beautiful too. But Idris, oh my god. And then his physique is just,
he looks really good for his age.
He does. I don't even know how old.
Yeah, I don't know how old that man is. All right, guys, we're still smiling. We're still best friends. I'm still sleeping at her house. Hopefully, she doesn't smother me in the night because she's mad about this video.
Won't.
But anyway, that's it for our uncomfortable questions. And again, we did proof, these beforehand, so we knew what we were getting into. But that's gonna be it for this week's video. If we get up to 50 likes,
we'll post a part 2.
Which that might actually send us over the edge.
Yeah.
Make sure you also comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. You guys see that? Just wait till I ask her about her love life. Yeah. Because we're trying to film here, and this is what she's doing.
Do you think you'll stay at your school long term?
No, ma'am. I will not.